गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल द बेस्ट ऑडिबल बुक्स जो आपकी लाइफ चेंज करते हैं. टुडे आई हैव टुक द बेस्ट वन ऑफ द बेस्ट बुक नेम द 7 हैबिट ऑफ हाईली इफेक्टिव पीपल बाय स्टीफन आर कॉनवे. This book is also very useful and for the people. I really like this and I hope you all also will like this. So let's get started about this book. This book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, I have summarized this in 3 sentences. You can take a view on this too. First, success encompasses a balance of personal and professional effectiveness. Second, before you can adopt these 7 habits, you need to change your perception and interpretation of how the world works. Third, between what happens to you and your response to it is your freedom to choose the response. The 5 big ideas. First, proactive people work on the things they can do something about. Second, management is doing things right. Leadership is doing the right things. Third, paradigm is a way to see the world. Fourth, we see the world not as it is, but as we are conditioned to see it. Fifth, to make relatively minor changes in your life, focus on your attitudes and behaviors. To make significant quantum change, work on your basic paradigm. The 7 habits of highly effective people. Here are these. First, be proactive. Second, begin with the end in mind. Third, put first thing first. Fourth, think win and win. Fifth, seek first to understand than be understood. Sixth, synergize. 7, sharpen the saw. Sharpen the saw. The 7 habits of highly effective people summary. Leadership is communicating others' worth and potential so clearly that they are inspired to see it in themselves. The character ethic teaches that there are basic principles of effective living and that people can only experience true success and enduring happiness as they learn and integrate these principles into their basic character. To focus on technique is like cramming your way through school. What your shouts so loudly in my ears? I cannot hear what you say. Thomas Edison said this. And we have many maps in our heads, and each can be divided into 2 main categories: maps of the way things are or realities, and maps of the way things should be or values. We interpret everything we experience through these mental maps. We seldom question their accuracy. We are usually even unaware that we have them. We simply assume that the way we see things is the way they really are or the way they should be. To try to change outward attitudes and behaviors do very little good in the long run. If you fail to examine the basic paradigms from which those attitudes and behaviors flow, we see the world not as it is but as we are, or as we are conditioned to see it. Our paradigms, correct or incorrect, are the sources of our attitudes and behaviors and ultimately our relationships with others. If we want to make relatively minor changes in our lives, we can perhaps appropriately focus on our attitudes and behavior. But if we want to make significant quantum change, we need to work on our basic paradigms. Paradigms are inseparable from character. Being is seen in the human dimension, and what we see is highly interrelated to what we are. Paradigms are powerful because they create the lens through which we see the world. The power of a paradigm shift is the essential power of quantum change, whether that shift is an instantaneous or a slow and deliberate process. On practices versus principle. Practices are situationally specific. Principles are deep, fundamental truths that have universally application. Principles are the territory. Values are maps. When we value correct principles, we have the truth, a knowledge of things as they are. Admission of ignorance is often the first step in our education. The way we see the problem is the problem. The significant problems we face cannot be solved at the same level of thinking we were at when we create them. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act but a habit. Show a thought, reap an action. Show an action, reap a habit. Show a habit, reap a character. Show a character, reap a destiny. This is actually happens in our life. Stephen defines a habit as the intersection of knowledge, skill, and desire. Knowledge is the theoretical paradigm, the what to do and the why. Skill is the how to do. Skill is the how to do. And desire is the motivation. The want to do. The want to do. To make something a habit in our lives, Stephen explains we need to have all three. What? Knowledge, skills, and desire. Private victories precede public victories. True effectiveness is a function of two things. What is produced? The golden eggs. And the producing asset or capacity to produce the goose. Effectiveness lies in the balance, what Stephen calls the balance. P or PC balance. P stands for production of desired result, the golden eggs, and PC stands for production capability, the ability or asset that produces the golden eggs. So guys, this all for the first chapter of this book. I hope you all like this. If you like, so please like and share with your friends, and also subscribe it to motivate me. Thanks for watching.